Actually, it's 2:22 now. But anyway, near enough for the live stream, UK time and all that. So, right, let's have that. Right. Right. This will be a bit different actually doing it. Hopefully my battery don't waste down. I'm charging up the other strobe lights, so the atmosphere will be quite decent. And I'm actually, and also when you've got the lights off, the spirits normally come out even more when it's a bit darker. Actually, what I could do.
Turn it off completely.
No, I don't want to turn it off completely. Just dim it like that. That way it can save a little bit of power. Get at least probably about 5-6 hours at that. Right. Yeah, it goes in focus at least anyway. And actually, you're right, guys and girls, welcome back. So I thought I'd give like sort of it being more atmospheric. Should be good. Actually, I should be live. Let's have a look. Also, I'll be using my, I don't know because I haven't really tried this one. This one is the Model SRS-XB10 wireless speaker, but I'm using the cable to it. So I'm hoping I've got enough power in there to function for my ghost box sessions. Got this here little small Sony speaker. I bought that ages ago. Oh, it smells like Sony as well. Yeah, it's got like a sort of a scent to it. All right, 2 seconds, guys. I need to get that phone over here set. All right. I'll just wait till some people come in. Alright. I should make sure I'm actually live because I don't know. Soon find out. Yeah, actually it says I'm live. Ghostbox Sessions live Thursday 14th 2019 2:20 AM UK time. So yeah, that's when I've just started to press the live button this morning because it's 2:25 now. So we're going to start in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to give it about say 10 minutes roughly. Because I want to really start. Actually, I want to start till do this till 4 o'clock. This ghost box sessions, as long as my batteries have got enough power in it to do the speaker session. Oh, no, Tantana. Oh, Tantana has died on me. I think that's died on me. That, and I've got the other one charged up at the moment. Actually, damn it, I'm going to have to put the light on a minute, guys and girls, because otherwise it's not going to bloody work. So I'm charging the other bloody light because I want it to, yeah, gonna have to. Right. Yeah, the battery's died on me. That's great. Well, I've got the other one over there, but I want to get more atmospheric in it. Also, I'm more doing this sort of live chat as well as just me doing ghost box sessions and all that. So actually, let's just put this here a minute. This is like a little strobe light, so I've been using that from time to time. I'm hoping my actual microphone's coming through. Actually, is my microphone coming through? I don't know. Is it? 1, 2, 1, 2. No, it's not really. I shall soon find out. Right, actually, can I share this? Yeah, share this. Right, I shall share it on my Facebook. Right, let's have a look. Right, okay, here we go. Right. Oh. Right, 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 about probably another 4 minutes. I'll start. I want to get to the 10-minute mark and then start around about that. But yeah, guys and girls, if you're watching it after the live stream, do go to just go forward if you don't. So I'll probably start in about 3 minutes actually to come up to the 3-minute mark. Right, right, there we go. Right, right, and yeah, right. Right. I'll just send the link there a minute. Right. And I shall send that link to the other ones as well. Right. And put that on my Twitter as well. Yeah, my Twitter is ant17third87. That'd be my Twitter. Right, there we go. Where is it lost? Right. 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 I should. Right. I can fly. Right. Streaming. Right. Paranormal. That's because this is what it is. So sort of like paranormal and all that, and ghosts, and spirits and all that, and ghostly ons. Okay, for about 45 minutes to go. Or not 45 minutes. I mean 45 seconds. 40 seconds. Right. That's, right. 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 There we go. Okay, so just hit the 10-minute mark. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can. Just depends how much battery life I've got in my PSB7 Spirit Box, because it takes 3 skinny batteries. That's the AAA one, so I'll put that one there just a second. 2 seconds, guys. Here we go. I should. I'll put that there in a minute. I'll try and find my sound recorder. Here we go. I think I'm doing that. My belly button. There we go. Right. Right. It's not working now. No, it's not. So that means the batteries are dead in the strobe. Right. So we've got about 17-ish ones I've had on there before. So we're going to start this now. Finally. And see if anyone comes in doing the Spirit Box sessions. So we're going to turn this on. And because to be honest, I should just leave this into the weekend, but I'm going to be doing one now just to see if I can get anything coming through. We're going to put 150 milliseconds, and we're going to put it on sweep reverse. Before we do, because I was going to leave this till 3 for and do this at 3 o'clock, but I thought I'd start the show now, or the live stream now. Right. So any spirits here with us today, come forward. Let your presence be known and heard here. And if there is any good spirits here, make sure it's only good spirits that want to come through, that want to channel this device here, which I'm going to be using as the portal to the other world. So if there's any spirits here want to talk through the speaker here, let us know. Tell your names, how old you are, whether you're fine or how you died, but make sure it is in short text, so that way you're using less energy but in a clean tone. And any bad spirits that want to come through, you're not invited to this house, so do not even think about going there. But yes, all the good angels can keep all the bad spirits away. Then we can actually have a good session here and think positive, guys and girls. Think positive, good positive energy. Hopefully we get some good energy throughout this session today of the Spirit Box, which I'm going to be using, as this is just an ordinary sort of Sony. This is an ordinary Sony speaker which I'm using. It's just a regular one, standard one, but you can pretty much pick these up even cheaper. You can use the normal brands and non-basic brands, still good. And you can use one of these as well, which I have, which has actually got the sort of USB, so you can plug it in and you can listen to it back through the computer. Now, let's do this. All right, we've got this switched on. You can tell it's switched on because it's flashing. Actually, let's see if it's in focus. There we go. It's out flashing. So if we turn the spirit box on, actually, as you can hear, the white noise. What we're going to do is going to put it here, right next to the thing here. Going to move this slightly forward so you guys and girls can hear. Right, and I'm going to put a cord on here so if we pick any signals up, we've got it 150 milliseconds. We're going to see if we can catch it. Right, if you hear this stuff, we haven't pressed on it yet, so we're going to try and see if we can contact the spirit world. Right. Right, if there's any spirits here with us today that want to communicate through the portal, through the PSB 7 spirit box, come forward, let us know, and yeah, tell us who you are, and let us know of your presence here. If there's any good spirits, come forward, tell us your name. Is there any spirits here with us today? Actually, I might need to turn up a little bit because it is kind of low second down on Guys and Girls. If there's any spirits here with us, come forward, tell us your name. If there's any spirits on the spirit world, come forward, tell us your name. I thought you said Jean then, or G. I did. Oh, you did. If there's any spirits, could you repeat your name? Could you repeat your name? If there's any spirits here with us today, come forward, tell us your name. Come forward, tell us your name. Is there any friendly spirits here with us today? Say yes or no. Something like a cat or something, or dog. Oh. If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, come forward, tell us your name. Tell us your name. Is there any friendly spirits here with us today that want to communicate through this portal device to the spirit world? Sounded like I did then. Did you say I did? If you wanted to communicate through the spirit world, through the spirit box here, say yes or no. Do you want to communicate with the spirit world with us? If you're from the spirit world, could you come forward, tell us your name? Could you come forward and tell us your name? If there is any spirits here from the other side that want to communicate, come forward and tell us your name. Is there any spirits here that have recently passed over to the spirit side? If there's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already, recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. No. So are you all dead? I mean, have you been dead a while? I mean, did you get that, guys and girls? Did you get the no on there? Like, sounded sort of like a brushed blonde no. But yeah, so all the spirits here with us today, are you all dead, been dead a long time? Yes or no? Have you been dead a long time? If you've been dead a long time, come forward and tell us. What is your name? The spirit that said no, what's your name? What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to stop this for a minute. And we're going to slightly turn this down a minute. Right, so what we're going to do, see what we caught on here, because I'm pretty sure there was a no, a really like loud sort of, not loud, but right, like a sort of a tone. Right, oh, hang on. Should put this one in the wrong one. So around 2 seconds. Right, so what we're going to do, slightly turn this up. So if we go back to the beginning of this, turn this up. That want to communicate, come forward, tell us your name. Tell us your name. Actually, it sounds like Joseph then. Joseph or Joseph? Tell us your name. Right, so what we're going to do, tell us your name. Let's pause this a minute. tell us your name. No. Sound like Joseph. No. It's very hard, this one. Yusuf or Joseph? Is there any friendlies? That's all that. Yeah, sound like Joseph. Is there any friendly courtesy with us today that want to communicate through the portable device? The spirit world. Sound like I did. Device to the spirit world. Let's go back a little bit. Is there any friendly courtesy with us today that want to communicate through this portable device to the spirit world? That want to communicate through this portable device to the spirit world. Atkins. That want to communicate through this portable device to the spirit world. Oh, someone doesn't really listen to that. This portable device to the spirit world. Agnes? Agnes? Yeah, let us know what you guys and girls think. What you think the name sounds like by the sounds of it. I've had to replay this because I couldn't hear this on the main PSP 7 just a minute ago. So this is kind of sort of new. With us today that want to communicate through this portable device to the spirit world. Sound like Atkins. Did you say I did? If you wanted to communicate through the spirit world, through the spirit box here, say yes or no. Do you want to communicate with the spirit world with us? What's that? If you're from the spirit world, could you come forward and tell us your name? What's that? Sound like Jack when I Jack, I think it might be Jack. Could you come forward and tell us your name? I mean, you have to get your ears really precise to hear some of the words. I mean, they sound similar. I mean, to me, it sounds different. It could be sounding different to you guys and girls out there than it would with me. So let's have a listen. Second. If there is any spirits here from the other side that want to communicate, come forward and tell us your name. Is there any spirits here that have recently passed over to the spirit side? Oh, I don't know if you got that, guys and girls. Sounded like I think I did. I think that's what it sounds like. It sounds like I think I did cross over to the other side. Let's have a listen. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think I've caught something on you. Right, listen to this. Listen to this.
To the spirit side.
Listen. Right. Tell me what you think of this. There. Listen. Can you hear it? Listen to this. Tell me what you think. It sounds like the spirit says, right, when I said, is there any spirits that have crossed over recently to the other side, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen to this. This says, it sounds like I think I did. Listen to this. Hear that?
Yeah.
Listen to this. Right, this is where I said, look.
Recently passed over.
Recent Passover. Listen to this. Oh, you hear that? Yeah, that sounds like I think I did. Listen to this. Listen. Hear that? Yeah, I don't know if you guys and girls pick that up. Them. Right.
Recently passed over.
Just replay it back for it. Right, so let's go back a little set. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put that at
to the spirit side.
There we go, guys and girls. Right, sometimes you have to slow it down.
Yeah, that are recently passed over.
Slow motion now. At 5 times slower. Yeah, that, guys and girls, I think I did.
To the spirit side.
There we go. So, right, so we've got, I've had to like replay it because sometimes you have to replay it and you have to hear it in your head, and I'm listening to it from my perspective view. I don't know if it's the same for you guys and girls, if you can hear it coming through, but it sounded like I think I did. Because I said, if there's any spirits that have only just recently passed over to the other side, let us know if there has been any. And then he says, I think I did. So that kind is really good proof that the spirits can communicate with us. But sometimes you have to replay it back on these little things here. So it's amazing technology. I'm going to keep this, the one on here for number 19, because this is a fantastic session for this bit. And I've got up to 66 hours and 11 minutes left on it. So that's quite a lot. And this is in high quality. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a listen to the rest of this, because there could be some other bits right to the end. Sometimes you have to really, really tone your ears for it. And I think I actually nailed that one on there. So listen.
If there's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already, recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh, no.
Oh, you hear that, guys and girls?
Already, recent spirits.
I said if there's any spirits that have just recently passed over, there was another one. So it might be just another spirit. This sounds a lot different. The other one just sounded like I think I did. Sounded different. So maybe there's quite a lot of spirits, and maybe they're in different zones or different sort of dimensions, areas. So I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're in different areas, like sort of when you phone someone up on a telephone and you're in one position or place, and you're phoning up another person from another direction or another place, you can get that sort of frequency between each other. So let's have a listen to this. Right, this one. So he shouts out nice and clearly, loud. No.
Come forward and tell us your name. Oh, no.
All right, Let's have a listen.
Crossed over to the other side already. Recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh,
I say he doesn't want to tell. Either he doesn't want to tell you his name, or he hasn't crossed over yet. One or the other.
If there's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already, recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh,
so he probably doesn't want to tell you his name, obviously. Sometimes they keep it private. A bit like us. Sometimes if we want to keep our name sort of private, sometimes we don't want to say to someone, "Oh, that's our name." They're probably just keeping it on a sort of privacy note. Obviously, spirits probably do have privacy as well, and don't want everything out and about. So yeah, so let's do this.
If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, come forward, tell us your name.
Forward, tell us your name. Forward. Where is it? Where is it? I think it was about 2 minutes in.
Could you come forward and tell us your name? If there is any spirits here from the other side,
welcome to the channel,
that want to communicate, come forward and tell us your name.
We're basically just doing an EVP at the moment, which is electric voice phenomena. I'm using my sort of PSB7 spirit box here, trying to communicate with the dead. If you guys are girls like this sort of supernatural sort of entities, paranormal stuff, let us know in the comments. Also, do like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe as well, because that does help the channel out and actually puts it out to other people as well, and tells other people what I'm actually doing right now in the channel and on my live streams. So I'm just trying to get to that bit where I was just listening to it.
Is there any spirits here that have recently passed over to the spirit side?
Right, so we've got that one where he says he thinks he did. So obviously there's a spirit that actually is crossed over, but he thinks he's dead. So I don't know if spirits sometimes can't remember if they've passed over or not, or if they get confused, just like we do on our planet and our world. With some of us, sometimes humans, we can actually get confused if we've done something or we haven't done something, or we end up forgetting. Maybe this spirit is basically confused, or maybe he's in another sort of another place where he can't remember as good and all that, because they say some spirits can remember certain things and some spirits can't. So there's a sort of I think there's a sort of a stigma behind it, though, sort of whether they can or whether they cannot. But let us know in the comments below if you think spirits can remember themselves crossing over to the spirit world when they pass on. If you are any spiritualists are here, or actually write in on the comment section. So let's have a listen to this.
If there's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already, recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh, no.
Right, so we've got another confirmation there. Right, so I said whether the spirits, if there's any spirits that have passed on just recently, and they said no. You're right, Christopher. How's it going, man? And welcome to the lobby, man. Welcome to the live stream. So I've just done some sort of EVPs. Now I've got, actually, if I actually go back, so you can actually, guys and girls, because just in case you're skipping through some of the videos after the live stream, or if you're not, I've just picked up some really good stuff on here then. So I'm using this today. This is my Sony little speaker. Absolutely amazing. I bought this actually a while back last year from Argos, and I think this cost me around about 30 to 40 quid, so it wasn't too bad on the price. And this is the XB10s, and actually it's an amazing speaker because the sound quality is really good, and it's actually got bass, I believe, built in, so it's really good for bass, but also it's good for spirit box using. Now, anyway, Christopher, so if I go back here, I'll show you this. Check this out. This is freaky as hell. Right? I said basically if there's any spirits here in the spirit world with us who've just recently crossed over to come forward, and it sounded like one of the spirits saying, "I think I did." Now you can probably hear it back on the replays of the same stream because I've just come to this already. You got a little JBL Bluetooth, yeah. Well, I've got mine. I'm not using Bluetooth because I find, to be honest, the signal not really any good. To be honest, I mean it's good if you've got it in the right position, but I've got it plugged in to this little sort of jack mic just here, and then I've got the actual recorder attached to it. That's me, because what I've done, I've recorded some already off the PSB7 Ghost Spirit Box. But listen to this. This is some freaky shit, literally, for doing this. Now, I said to him, if there's any spirits who just recently crossed over, I said to let us know if you've crossed over. And one of them, it sounded in like sort of a low tone voice. It says, "I think I did." So listen to this.
If there is any spirits here from the other side that want to communicate, come forward and tell us your name.
I think it was just back a little bit further. It was around about 22. 122.
If you're from the spirit world, could you come forward and tell us your name? Could you come forward and tell us your name? If there is any spirits here from the other side that want to communicate, come forward and tell us your name. Is there any spirits here that have recently passed over to the spirit side?
There we go. There we go. Right, I said if there's any spirits that have crossed over just recently, to let us know. And one of them says, "I think I did." So this kind of proves my point on the spirits and ghosts, whether they exist or not. And I think they do try and communicate with us. I think there's millions and millions of spirits and ghosts around, but I think we can't see them because they're on a different frequency. They're in like sort of wherever dimension they are. They're stuck between our world and their world, and we're trying to communicate with them, and they kind of can communicate, but they can do it through devices. Now, a friend of mine was saying to me the other day, it's all just to do with sort of radio frequencies, but I don't think so. But listen to this bit here.
They passed over to the spirit side.
There we go. He thinks he did. Now, if I slow it down, I'm going to slow it. I'm going to slow it down to around 5% slower. That means you'll be able to hear what they can in slow motion.
There's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already. Recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh, no.
No, it's actually back a bit. Actually, it's around about 140, I think.
Yeah, that are recently passed over to the spirit side.
There we go. I think I did. Listen to this. This is creepy as hell. There we go. That is some creepy hell shit.
If there's any spirits that have crossed over to the other side already, recent spirits, come forward and tell us your name. Oh, no. So, are you all dead? I mean, have you been dead a while, I mean? Okay, did you get that, guys and girls? Did you get the no on there, like, sound sort of like a abrupt blonde no? But yeah, so all the spirits here with us today.
But yeah, so anyway, Carissa, what do you think of it? Do you think when did you hear that where he said, "I think I did"? What I've done, I actually slow it down, and you can actually make out the sound like saying, "I think I did," like basically did cross over to the spirit side. I think it is kind of sort of makes you think, and then sometimes you get sort of, and actually, anyway, guys and girls as well, if you see anything in the video, like spirit orbs or anything, maybe at the time of the video, let us know in the comments below, at the time, the zone, or if anything sort of mysteriously happens in the video while I'm doing this. Let us know in the comments below. Cheers. All right. Yes, what I said, yeah. So it's a creepy as hell, that is, though. Definitely creepy. I mean, I'm thinking, my God, that, I mean, to be honest, with me saying that and then the actual message coming a few seconds afterwards, that is actually what you call really crystal clear, sort of direct message that spirits do exist, and it's not a lie. I mean, why would someone make a device so they can manipulate the actual device to the frequencies so they can manipulate the voices and then give you what you hear? I mean, with this is technically a radio, and there's no way a radio like this could have a microphone built in so they can hear you and actually bring it back to their station. I mean, I don't think so. At least I don't think so, to my knowledge, because this is just a sort of a radio, and with radios you only get one sort of way system, like listening in. They can't listen to you, but you can listen to them because it's a radio signal. And let's have a listen to this one.
Are you all dead, been gone, well, been dead a long time? Yes or no?
Oh, what's that? Oh.
Yes or no?
Oh, hang on. Sounded like then. It sounded like the spirit said, when I said, "Are you all dead?" When I said, "Oh, if you're all dead," it sounded like either they're all dead or all day. It's kind of hard to make this one out.
Been gone, well, been dead a long time? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I should have slowed
Been
this
dead
one
a long
down.
time? Yes or no? Yes or no?
it's hard to make out that one. They have a machine like that on Most Haunted, but it's the size of an old TV monitor. But they have finally tuned it over the years of doing the show. Yeah, finally tuned it. Yeah, I've seen it, because I mean they have it's a similar one, but they've got the PSB11 Spirit Box out now, which is absolutely, it's like one of those old telephones. They used to have those old big cell phones, and they've actually been tuned to hell now. Apparently, it's got 2 radios built in, and you can tune them at the same time. And you can have the one sounds going to, say, in reverse, and the other one sort of forward. So you got basically on here, you've got the sweep forward, you've got the sweep reverse, and you can put them like so, or backwards or forwards. So you get 2 types of messages coming through. So that's absolutely amazing. Right. So let's have a listen to this one a minute.
Have you been dead a long time?
The radio.
Oh, what's this one?
Been dead a long time.
The radio.
That's
You've
weird.
been dead a long time.
The radio.
Sound like don't like it.
Have you been dead a long time?
The radio.
Time to write it, or don't like it.
The radio.
Yes, kind of weird, that one, actually, when I said that. Let's have a listen.
You've been dead a long time. Come forward and tell us. What is your name? The spirit that said no, what's your name? What is your name?
What's that?
What is your name? What is your name?
It's kind of weird as well, guys and girls. You hear that beat in there, then? There was a sort of a beat, and it sounded like the old sort of, like, you know, the Michael Jackson beats they used to have. Like when they used to do Thriller. They had that sort of beat in it. So maybe it could be like sort of, I mean, if Michael Jackson has never like sort of faked his death and he is dead, then maybe maybe he's in the spirit world and maybe he's trying to communicate, but you never know, do you? You never know. Because this all comes at a price, so I must be making a killing making them, then selling them. Yeah, them. Yeah, and selling them. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, for this little device here, it cost me 80 quid. I mean, for a little tiny thing, which is actually no bigger than my palm, like a hand and all that. 80 quid, but it's doing the job, and I'm constantly using it, so I'm getting my money's worth out of it, at least doing these ghost box sessions. So it's all quite cool. But yeah, it sounds like the beat, sort of a beat from Michael Jackson, actually, if you listen to this.
What is your name?
Where is it? If we go back here a sec. Yeah, that sort of slight beat.
Said no, what's your name? What is your name? What is your name?
It sounded like someone taking a deep breath. It sounded like someone taking a deep breath, like go, or something. Listen to this. Oh, so look.
What is your name?
Oh, I don't-
What is your name? What is your name?
Can't make up the name on that. What can you guys and girls make of the actual name? Because I said, what's your name? And then it sounded like a woman coming through. Listen to this. We'll go back a little bit.
What is your name?
Okay, let me slow that down a sec. See if we can actually... Because sometimes when you slow it down, you get more of the word coming in. Sometimes you can. So have a listen.
Your name? What is your name? What is your name?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably like try downstairs would be even good as well when I'm doing my live streaming and all that. That's kind of hard to make out, that name. I mean, some name coming through. It's like some woman spirit or someone trying to communicate. Actually, what I'll do another EVP a sec. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these backed up on this little device. Because I've got up to apparently in 66 hours 11 minutes until my hard drive fills up. So I can fill a shit ton of these up. And at the moment, I've got 19 of these recordings. And this could actually be quite a lot of proof and evidence on here of all my investigations of the spirit and paranormal world. So I'm going to keep those on there and I can catalogue them. So if they end up going down at some point, so if YouTube ends up taking these videos down, I'm hoping they don't. And I don't think they probably will unless they start bringing the new things in. I'll have these backed up like sort of so I can re-upload them somewhere else. But I might put them in actually. There's what's it called? Something .org, sort of for Apple iPod stuff. Like you can upload it to it. Say it again. Sounds like it sounds something on. I have to it's kind of like weird to make out some of these sounds. I mean, you've got to have really crystal clear. They always say to actually use your headphones and plug them in, and then that way you can do it that way. Let's have a listen to this.
What is your name?
Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to keep these on there. We're going to do another one in a second. So if I put this one down here a minute, and we're going to take that out. So that's the gold. Is that going to see if I? Yeah, there we go. It's a gold one. So that's really good for conductive sound to get the best sound quality out. So we'll plug this back into this here. Right, if there's a woman's spirit trying to come through just a minute ago, or saying, say it again, come forward, tell us your name. I would like to hear your name. So let's bring your name into it. I'm going to do this in reverse sweep. What is your name? Oh. What is your name? come forward. If there's a woman spirit trying to come through, let her through and tell us her name. So what I'll do, I'll put it here, right next to the speaker set, and then I'll turn the speaker so the microphone so you can hear it. If there's any spirits coming through that want to communicate, or any women spirits coming through, come forward, tell us your name. Is there any female spirits trying to communicate? Is there any female spirits trying to communicate? If there's any female spirits trying to communicate through, come forward and tell us, say yes. Sound like no then. Hell no? Don't know, it sounds like hell no. If there's any female spirits here with us, come forward and tell us your name. We only want to find out if spirits do exist. And this is what I'm doing this session for. So come forward and tell us your name. Or if any spirits are here with us today. Is there any spirits that have just recently crossed over or want to communicate with us? Sound like me then. So like sort of squeaky sort of sound. Is there any spirits here with us today? If there's any spirits here with us, can you tell us how many spirits there are with us today? Number wise. If there's any spirits that recently just crossed over or not crossed over, come forward and tell us your name. Tell us your name. Could you tell us your name? Could you tell us your name? Are you in your 50s, your 60s, or 70s? Are you a younger person? Older person? Right, let's have a look. Well, what we're going to do is replay that back and see if we can get anything out of it, because sometimes doing it in reverse of the... Oh, let's put that off a minute and attach that off. Let's see if we can make anything out of it. Right. So we're up to 20 at the moment. So let's bring your name into it. I'm going to do this in reverse sweep. What is your name? Hold on. Oh. I'm going to do this in reverse sweep. Oh, it sounded like thank you then. I thought I could hear, because I put in reverse sweep, and I said, oh, I'm going to put it in a reverse sweep. And it sounded like someone said, thank you then. Let's have a listen to this. I'm going to do this in reverse sweep. Let's have a look. Let's put it. I'll do this in reverse sweep. But that is kind of weird. I don't know if you actually got that. Then you put the speaker close to the mic, so you can have a really good gander. But this is freaky. It said it said thank you. Let's have a look. Actually, let's put this sound up a little bit so you can hear it.
Amen to it. I'll go through this in reverse sweep. I'll go through this in reverse sweep.
That was weird.
What is your name?
That was some freaky shit, and it said it sounded like thank you. So if it is, why not? I wouldn't say it's freaky, but I mean, if a spirit said thank you and all that while doing this, I mean, I'm appreciated from the spirit world, definitely, most likely that they're trying to communicate, which is a good thing, and that means I can communicate with the spirit itself.
Name.
Oh, what's this one? Let's have a listen to this.
What is your name?
That sounded weird. I don't know if you can actually get the actual name on that. When I said, to tell me your name, sounded like a spirit saying something with a name, but it's very hard on this one as well. So let us know in the comments as well with this, guys and girls, if you can hear anything.
What is your name? What is your name? Come forward. If there's a woman spirit trying to come through, let her through and tell us her name. What I'll do, I'll put it here, right next to the speaker set.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking as well, the spirits seem to be sort of coming tonight. It was seems like a really good night, because I've noticed with some nights you hardly get any sort of spirit coming through. But if you guys and girls watch that Huff Paranormal, he's one of my actual idols for when it comes to sort of the paranormal. And my God, that gold box he actually made and created is fantastic. I'm always watching his episodes, so yeah, big shout out to Huff Paranormal. This is what kind of got me into spirit sessions and doing stuff like this. If it wasn't for watching his YouTube channel and doing stuff like this myself, creative stuff, to be honest, I probably wouldn't be doing stuff like this. And it kind of amazes me, the technology he's actually developed over the years, and he's made it his own device, and it's one of the best devices he's made. I think it was the gold spirit box, and now he's making it even better. He's putting proper gold on there. He's putting sort of diamonds and all that. He's putting a lot of money into doing this to try and actually find out with the spirits and communicate with them. And he has some really good sessions going as well. And it's I don't know, it's he puts speakers in there. He's got these sort of subwoofers around and all these connected wires. It's just amazing, the technology he's created over the time and all that. I think he's been over it 10 years now, or maybe I think probably the start of YouTube when it first started. So definitely applaud him with all the work he's doing with the ITC. And I hope he actually gets to the point at some point where he can actually create a device where you could actually step from one through the portal itself and literally go into sort of the spirit world, the spirit world yourself. I don't know if you watch the paranormal, what's it called? Paranormal Activity, something called The Dimension. Now, that was a really good film because they had that sort of thing with the portal open and they just walked in, and there was a lot of these sort of creatures, demons and all that in the spirit world, or was another film actually, Poltergeist, which was another one with Carolyn, where that little girl, she ends up getting sucked through the portal world because of the dimension being opened up. And some houses in like the UK and sort of America have been known to actually be spooky as hell because they're haunted and there's activity with the poltergeist throwing objects and levitating people and having sort of ghosts pop out and literally have white ladies in dressing gowns just walking down the stairs and having that sort of contact with the spirit world literally and physically right in front of you, which is amazing. But yeah, it's what got me into doing the stuff and watching Most Haunted as well, even though I'm still contradicting that show a little bit because there is some stuff for Most Haunted which kind of seems like it's been acted out on some occasions. And then there's stuff where they do which looks ridiculous, but they kind of do for TV because it's a TV show. And obviously they want to bring the viewers in and have entertainment. Mostly, I would say Most Haunted is more like sort of them going to a location and finding like some of the stuff that old stuff, like ancient stuff, buildings and castles, and just more of an exploration than anything. So I mean, still applaud them. It's still entertaining show, and if they add a little bit of spookiness into it and all that. And also, I watch that other explorations show as well, which is another favorite of my YouTubers actually, and that's Oh My Gosh. He does a lot of his video logs where he goes exploring with his friends and his family and all that, and they go to like these haunted locations and do 24-hour sort of stayovers where they'll stay in a haunted place for 24 hours or go to a serial killer's like sort of lair where he's butchered loads of people and they end up spending the night there and then have all this ghost stuff. Even though I think some of that sort of spookiness is going on, it's probably just acting as well as entertainment, but that's the entertainment side of it. It's fantastic. Anyway, so we're going to have a listen and see what else we could pick up on here. And then I'll turn the speaker so the microphone so you can hear it. If there's any spirits coming through that want to communicate, or any women spirits coming through, come for tell us your name. What's that? Come forward, tell us your name. Tau. Women spirits. Yeah, so I asked what their names are, and then I got this one say sound like Tau. So I don't know what that, if that's a name or if it's a place, or if it's where they were in the from the spirit world, or if it's a part of the spirit world. Coming through, come forward, tell us your name. Tau. Tau. Is there any female spirits trying to communicate? Is there any female spirits trying to communicate? If there's any female spirits trying to communicate through, come forward. Yeah, I mean, I would say, to be honest, that's probably restless spirits that does that, like pick up knives and or objects and start throwing it at you. But to be honest, they're technically dead, so why would they want to sort of throw objects at you if they could communicate with you? I mean, I've heard of like sort of where spirits, evil spirits, have taken over people's bodies, like possessed them and all that. But I suppose they would have to have the person who's being taken over. I would say they would have to literally be wanting that spirit to take their bodies over and allow the actual spirit to invite, or allow them to invite the spirit into their body to take possession of them. Or maybe, what's the other way? Or maybe through tattoos as well. I've heard a lot with tattoos where a person's had one of those sort of witches symbols with the like sort of the triangle and all that kind of stuff, like the demonic symbols. Apparently, those are gateways to hell, and they can also have demons to take persons over. So where they have, because some people who have like sort of mental depression, they say they reckon that the bad spirits can actually gain sort of possession of them because their minds are weaker and all that. So I'm not too sure. Sometimes when a person's in a vulnerable state, whether anxiety or whether stressed out, their levels of tension is lowered down, so they kind of are more susceptible to that kind of stuff. And where people do harm to themselves, they reckon spirits can actually take effect of that as well. So it's kind of sort of debating those kind of stuff. But I think with objects being thrown across the room, though, I do find that in a way, those are poltergeists, and they're more dangerous than spirits. And they can throw objects and they can move stuff and just hurt people and put scratches on them and all that kind of stuff. But I suppose in me myself to believe in that kind of stuff, I would have to be in a really haunted location, and something physical would have to happen to me to realize whether that is physical contact from a spirit or not. Or maybe if you're in a dark place and you've got loads of people in there, one of them could be next to someone and accidentally scratch him, and they could think that person is actually a spirit when it's not. It's accidentally someone who's basically scared, so that accidentally stopped him or pushed him on there. There's a lot of things you could say about it, skeptical wise, but I don't know, these spirit boxes and all of that myself, I think that kind of makes you think as well, whether it's all hocus pocus and all that. But you do get a lot of good stuff through, like with the names and stuff, and it's really hard when they say your names quite a lot of the times, because the other day, the 2 sessions I did the other day, they called my name out and said Anthony once and then Anthony again, not long after the first one. So obviously whether the spirit is trying to, who knows me maybe, or I've actually heard my name being called and then they're calling me through it. So it's kind of, or maybe it could be just radio frequencies trying to manipulate the sounds, and it could be just a coincidence. But a coincidence usually happens once. This happens twice or 3 times. It's not really much of a coincidence. So you kind of have to try and work it out yourself, whether it's whatever it is or not. So let's have a listen to this a minute.
Tell us to say yes. No. Sound like no.
Let's have a listen.
Sound like no.
Ooh.
No. Hell no.
It's sound like either with him or help him. Have a listen to this. This is kind of, or it's, I mean, what do you make of this, Christopher? Have a listen to this. Either help him or with him. Either with him or help him, or I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's very, very sort of toned wise. With him, yeah. Sound like with him, yeah. I thought it sounded like with him because it's got that sort of word and all that. So maybe he's with someone or with him, whoever him is. It could be with anybody. It could be actually a woman spirit with him, maybe, or someone's with him, the one who said with him. So it's kind of.
Hell no. Doesn't that sound like hell no? If there's any female spirits here with us, come forward and tell us your name. We only want to find out if the spirits do exist. And this is what I'm doing this session for. So come forward and tell us your name. Or if any spirits are here with us today. Is there any spirits that have just recently crossed over or want to communicate with us? Sound like me then.
So listen.
Or want to communicate with us? Sound like
Actually, I thought it said me, but it doesn't sound like me for some reason. It sounds like Keaton or Kian. It's weird. Listen to this.
or want to communicate with us? Sound like
Like Keenan, like someone's name. Maybe Keenan is a spirit's name. Maybe he's crossed over, or maybe it's kind of weird on that as well. The actual name on it, because that's kind of familiar.
communicate with us?
Keenan.
Sound like me then.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it sounded like me, but it doesn't sound like me. It's because I'm recording it and I'm replaying it back on here. It kind of sounds sense now that it sounds like Keenan, like someone's name. It sounds Irish or something, so it's kind of weird. Not weird, but it sounds. The name sounds Keenan.
Or want to communicate with us? Sound like me then. Like sort of squeaky sort of sound.
The stop. The stop. The stop.
Off the storm or on the storm or eye of the storm. So that is kind of weird as well, because we've got a storm outside at the moment, and because of the weather outside. So maybe the spirits can actually see the weather as well from the spirit side of the world. So let's have a listen to this.
Off the stop.
Off the storm.
Off the stop. Off the stop.
Like me then. Like sort of squeaky sort of sound.
Off the stop.
Off the
Is
storm.
there any spirits here with us today? If there's any spirits here with us, can you tell us how many spirits there are with us today? Number-wise. If there's any spirits who recently just crossed over or not crossed over, come forward and tell us your name. Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
Oh, how about, I'd say. Ooh. Well, my dad was here when he passed on, and we was here when my dad was alive and all that. Way before, so that was back 2005. So I'd say we've been living here just about over 20 years now. So it's been a while, a long time. I think I would say over 20 years now. So it's not too bad considering. I mean, we have some nice neighbours and all that. They're not all bad and stuff. Pretty all right. Definitely good and all that. Right, let's have a listen to this up.
Tell us your name. Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
Funshi? I don't know. It sounds like some name, Chinese name or something. And don't forget, guys and girls, as well, if a spirit's coming, you don't know what their language is. It could be any language they could be speaking. And it sounded like Funshi. Sort of like, sounds like some sort of Chinese name, or Funshi. Listen to this.
Tell us your name.
Fuchi, or Fuchi, Funchi. Some name on it. Sounds.
Tell us your name.
Or Budgie, Pudgy. I don't know.
Tell us your name.
Yeah. Actually, I've noticed we haven't had. When the previous owners here were actually living there, I think there was only 2 or 3 living here at this residence, and none of them actually died. Not one of them. But my dad he died in the house, and I haven't actually got in contact with him yet, or he hasn't actually got in contact through the spirit box yet. So that could be something like for a future video at some point. So yeah, that'd be quite interesting. But it's we'll soon find out, see what we can do for Rio Saturn.
Could you tell us your name? Could you tell us your name? Are you in your 50s, your 60s, or 70s? Are you a younger person? Older person?
Right, so there's nothing on that one. So there we go. Let's have a look. So what we do. Alright, just turn that one off. We'll do probably another one, because what time is it now? So I just got about 10 minutes. That's what we're going to do. Plug this in a second. Right, what we're going to do is put that on 250 milliseconds. Yeah, I've got them in the album somewhere, so I might do that, because they always say you can to use photos of your loved ones, and sometimes they can come through using the spirit box and all that kind of stuff. So that might be sort of a future update, but I've got to try and find some of the photos, and also yeah, that'd be quite interesting sort of episode. Right. Alright, so let's go through and then. Right, if there's any spirits here with us today, come forward and tell us your name. Tell us your name. Is there any spirits here that want to communicate? If there's any spirits here with us that want to communicate, come forward, tell us your name. Could you come forward and tell us your name? Oh, all right. If you could come forward, tell us your name. Oh, just put the volume up a second. Could you come forward and tell us your name? Oh no, we got pretty much rid of them and all that. I mean, I've got my dad's sort of like bum bag and all that. Is fanny pack and all that. I've still got that. Just that was somewhere around. So, that's 2 seconds. I need to turn up the volume a little bit. Right, if there's any spirits here with us, come forward. Tell us your name. Could you tell us your name? If you come forward, tell us your name. Could you tell us how old you are? Could you tell us how old you are? If there's any spirits here with us, is there any older spirits here that passed on later in life? If there's any spirits that have passed on later in life, come forward and say yes or no. Right, let's speed it up a little bit. Is there any spirits here that have passed on later in life?
People.
If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name. Are you an older person or a younger person? If you're an older person, say yes. If you're not an older person, say yes or no. Are you in your 20s? Your 30s? Sound like definitely then. So you're in your 30s. Could you tell us your first name? Could you tell us your first name? If there's any spirits here, could you come forward and tell us your first name? Sound like no then. If you passed on into the spirit world, could you tell me how you died? Was it a painful death? Did you die naturally? Or did someone kill you? Or did you die of old age? If there's any spirits here, friendly ones, come forward, tell us your name. Don't be. Oh, you, yes? What is your name? Could you repeat your name? What is your name? What is your name? Could you tell me how old you are? Are you a young person, a young spirit, or are you an older spirit? Could you tell me how old you are? Could you tell me how old you are? Are you an older person? Are you in your 50s to 60s, your 90s? Or are you in your 20s, in your teenagers? Or even adolescent? Alright, if you did say anything, I thank you very much. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next time. If there's anything last words you want to say before I go, come forward and say it now. All you want to do is try and bring our world a little bit closer to the spirit world. To try and bring us both all closer so we can be much happier all together. Would you like our world to be a little bit closer to the spirit world? If you want it to the spirit world to be closer so we can communicate, would that be a very good thing? Come forward and say yes or no. Sounded like no then. Right, anyway, thank you. And what we're going to do now, and goodbye. Alright, now 2 seconds. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to swap over this box here, and I'm going to put it in to the thing and see if I can pick up anything, because sometimes you actually do need to record everything that you actually hear on the speaker, because this is just like half a message when you're listening to on the spirit box, and then you get to hear the other half of what the actual spirit's telling you. It's kind of sort of a two-way sort of message system. Like when you're talking to someone on the phone, you're talking to them, you're giving them a message, but you're also receiving one back. So basically, this is the sender and this is the receiver, and you're receiving it through the recorder. Well, technically, this is the receiver because you're receiving the messages through to the recorder, if that makes sense. So I've been doing quite a bit of research on all this kind of stuff. So it's like kind of, you could say like a processor. You're putting information out and you're also receiving information back. So it's kind of processing it backwards and forwards. It's working in tandem with each other. So, all right, so we got let's have a listen to this. All right. Come forward. Tell us your name. Could you tell us your name? Come forward, tell us your name. Could you tell us how old you are? Could you tell us how old you are? There's any spirits here with us? Is there any older spirits here that passed on later in life? What's that? Sound like hi then. Like hi.
If there's any spirits that pass on later in life, come forward and say yes or no. Alright, so let's speed up a little bit. Is there any spirits here that are passed on later in life?
And people,
It sounds like the people.
Life.
and people,
Yeah, it sounds like the spirit saying the people then. Alright, let's have a listen.
and people,
But it sounded like then a spirit coming through and saying, I love you or something. Oh, I love you, she said. Ah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so you heard that too as well, man. That's cool. So let's listen to it really in slow motion. I love you. I love you.
and people,
Let's actually speed up this one.
If there's
Actually, it sounds like I love your. I don't know, you or your. It sounds like one of the two. Your
any
or you.
spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name.
Let's go back a second and try and put that
If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name.
Actually, it's back. Where is it? Back here, I think.
Passed on later in life.
and people,
Sounded like I love you or love you, but maybe the spirit is trying to say I love you, and it's interpreting it a little bit different. So have a listen.
If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name.
Oh.
Any spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name.
Said Nai. Sounds German, actually, that one. Maybe because Nai means no, so maybe there's a German spirit coming through and maybe saying no because Nai means no.
Spirits here that want to communicate, tell us your first name.
Or either Nai or nine.
If there's any spirits here that want to communicate,
Either it sounds like nine, like in no, or 9, the number.
tell us your first name. Are you an older person or a younger person? If you're an older person, say yes. If you're not an older person, say yes or no.
most of,
That's how I said.
Yes or no.
most of,
Oh, it said most. It sounds like mostly. If you hear this is it.
Yes or no.
most of,
Yeah, mostly.
So say yes or no.
most of,
So what I'm going to do is going to try and slow that down a
Or
minute.
no.
most of,
If you're not an older person, say yes or no.
Understood.
Mostly.
Are you in your
Wow, that was so clear. Then he said mostly, so he's either young or old. So mostly old and all that. So I would guess mostly young or mostly either. I mean, it's hard to say because I said young or old, and so unless he's in between, maybe mostly young or maybe mostly like sort of older people. But usually, I would say the majority of people that actually die on this planet are actually older people, in a sense. So it could be mostly older people when they reach 90s and 100s and 70s and all that, or 50s. So maybe mostly old in a sense. So let's get to the next bit. Sounds like lie, yeah? Most like. Oh, most lie. Yeah. So it might be most lie. Yeah.
your 30s? Sound
And what's that?
30s? Sound like,
Indefinitely or something?
sound like definitely then. So you're in your
Oh.
sound like definitely then. So you're in your 30s. Could you tell us your first name? Could you tell us your first name? If there's any spirits here, could you come forward and tell us your first name? Sound like no then.
Yeah, it sounds like a beat, but
Come
it sounds
forward,
like in like
Any
said no.
spirits here, could you come forward and tell us your first name? Sound like no then. If you passed on into the spirit world, could you tell me how you died? Was it a painful death? Did you die naturally? Or did someone kill you? Or did you die of old age? If there's any spirits here,
Right, if you listen to this, it sounds like it's someone grunting like like So if you hear it closely, listen to this. Yeah, yeah, that. So it sounds like maybe someone sort of like grunting, because we grunt anyway. So I don't know if the spirits would be grunting and stuff, or maybe he's trying to pass a message through, like sort of grunting wise, just to let you know that the spirits are basically grunting. So have a listen to this. Let's see if we can actually. I've only just picked up on this, so my tone in my ears is really getting really good now, sort of like transgending the sort of frequency to my ears. So I'm gonna listen to this, really slow motion as well. Sounds like a grunt. you hear that, Christopher? That grunt then? I don't know if you actually got to hear that as well. The grunt, that like it sounds like someone grunting. Unless they've got to go to the toilet or something. They got stomach problems. So yeah, let's have a listen to this. What else we got here? Hang on. Let's put this on.
Is there, friend? Once you come forward, tell us your name.
Sound like Edward.
Spirit is here, friendly. Once you come forward, tell us your name.
Edward.
Oh, you, yes? What is your name?
Nine.
Oh, what's that?
What is your name?
Nine.
Oh, you, yeah? What is your name?
Nine.
Yes? What is your name?
That's weird. Yeah, when I say, "Oh, what's your name?" comes up. I don't know. I can't hear this one really that clear.
Oh, you, yes? What is your name?
Nine.
Oh, you, yes? What is your name?
Nine.
Oh, you, yes? What is your name?
Nine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Tommy. Name's Tommy. I don't know. It's really not really that clear. I don't know if it'd probably be a bit clearer on probably on your end. Maybe you're hearing it differently, because I think all of our ears are different, toned differently. So it's very hard to hear certain tones. Let's have a listen.
My name.
Could you repeat your name? What is your name?
So let's go back there.
Nine.
My name. My name.
I should show that this one's weird because this sounds like a female name coming through, and it sounds like my name.
My name.
Either that or Bunyan.
My name.
Like Bunyan or my name. It's kind of weird. Like, not, they don't sound similar, but you get what I mean.
Could you repeat your name? What is your name? What is your name? Could you tell me how old you are? Are you a young person, a young spirit, or are you an older spirit? Could you tell me how old you are?
Delta.
You are.
Delta. Delta.
How old you are?
Delta.
Kevin.
What?
Um,
What?
oh, that one says words
What?
or was. Either words or was.
What?
Could you tell me how old you are? Are you an older person? Are you in your 50s, the 60s, your 90s? Or are you in your 20s, in your teenagers? Or even adolescent? Alright, if you did say anything, I thank you very much. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next time.
80.
A If there's anything last words you want to say before I go, come forward and say it now. All you want to do is try and bring our world a little bit closer to the spirit world. To try and bring us both all closer so we can be much happier all together.
Oh, hang on.
Much happier all together.
That's all good.
Together. So we can be much happier all together. Would you like our world to be a little bit closer to the spirit world? To the spirit world.
Actually, it sounded like handy then when I said would they like us to sort of get closer to the spirit world and all of that with our world and just get a little bit closer, and it sounded like handy. In other words, it probably could mean it would be handy to get to that position.
Closer to the spirit world. To the spirit world.
Either handy or Andy, like as a person's name. Could be a name coming through.
If you want it the spirit world to be closer so we can communicate, would that be a very good thing? Come forward and say yes or no.
Yeah, so that was basically the ones I've taken tonight on here for the session and all that. But yeah, anyway, guys and girls, I'm going to finish off this really good episode for the night, or stream for the night, because it's 4:20 now, so I've been doing nearly 2 hours of this already, of this live stream. And if you end up watching it like after the live stream, let us know in the comments below what you think. If you could make out anything different, and whereabouts the time scale of the voice or whatever you heard on there. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to use that Audacity on my computer, transcode some of these through the audio, and see if I can pick up anything, like slow it down, reverse the actual audio. Sometimes you can actually reverse the playback and reverse it, wind it backwards, and sometimes you can get extra stuff out of it. So backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards, and it's just about trial and error sort of thing. So either it works or it don't. Yeah, you too, man. Take care. Yeah, you look after yourself as well, man. And yeah, I'll probably do another session tomorrow as well, because I'm actually getting really hyped now for these sort of like live streams and all that. And actually, I'm liking doing these actually. But yeah, if you enjoy them, do like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, put a notification down as well. Press that little sort of bell button at the bottom. That way, when all my episodes come on, my live streams come on, then you guys and girls will actually get the first heading of my episodes straight up in your notification buttons, and also at the top when I actually go live as well. So it all helps. And also, don't forget to share, guys and girls. Sharing means caring. And also, that means I can actually get more people watching this as well. And kind of helps a lot as well on along the way. Anyway, take care, guys and girls. It is the 14th today. It's Thursday, the 14th of March, 2019. And actually, it's a couple of days to my birthday until I'd start turning 32, turning into an old man. So, yeah. Anyway, you all stay safe. I'll see you on the next episode, guys and girls, or the next live stream. Cheers for watching. Cheers for coming in. And I'll see you on the 22nd. Yeah, man. That's cool. 20. That's cool. So only a couple of days for you too as well, man. About, what's that, a week to go? Yeah, just actually not even, what's that? 6, 7, 8. Actually, yeah, a week. Absolutely a week to go. So a week from today. Anyway, happy birthday for then if I don't see you, man. But I should be able to anyway. I'll probably do some live streaming on the 22nd as well. Just give you a happy birthday as well, man. Anyway, you all take care. Stay safe all. And I'll see you on the next video. And if any of you guys and girls want a massive shout out, let us know in the comments below as well. I'll give you a big shout out as well. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon.